Hey guys, welcome back. We're back in the shop here. We have a little different project going on today. So you can see we have the Jaguar here. It's well underway. We have another project we're working on. A longtime friend of mine approached me about putting a bumper and a winch on his Toyota Tacoma. This is a 2020 Tacoma that he bought here back in October. And he's got this Southern style off-road hybrid steel bumper for it. So he got this and this smittybilt winch. I believe it's a 12,000 pound winch. And he'd like us to install it. So we're gonna give it a shot here. I know we need to get the grill and the bumper off of this truck first, because we need to make a cut right along in here. Cut this section out clear across in order for the bumper to fit correctly. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do, we got our hood up, is we want to remove these two bolts. And then there's two push pins here. So next thing we got to do is we got to take and get these clips out here and some other stuff underneath. The flare's got to come loose, and we'll get the main part of the bumper off. So there's a bunch of 10mm bolts underneath we need to remove here. These 10mm bolts, I think we got to take the skid plate. It's got to come loose too by the looks of it. Over here, and then we got to take some of these clips loose here too and pull the flare out to get the bumper loose. Everything should be loose. We need to unplug our driving lights when that comes off. Here's the this clip right here. This is the harness for the fog lights, and this is the clip. This needs to come loose. I got these here a long time ago. They're a door clip removal tool for taking little yellow Christmas tree looking things out of a door, but it works real nice for applications like this. You can just put it down in there, and it works real good at taking the clip out. That sounded a lot worse than what it was, but anyway, it's out. We finally got the bumper off. It proved to be quite the challenge, at least for me anyway. There's these clips in this flare here. They push into the side of the bumper in these slots, and I was able to get up inside here with a screwdriver and push the clip apart to pull it apart to get it loose. And then this bracket here was on the holds the top part of it in. That proved to be a bit of a challenge too, but we got it off. It's one piece. It's in one piece. So our next step is to get this support here off. Okay, we're going to remove this front cross member here. There's 3 bolts on each side. We're going to take these 3 off, and there's also this clip we need to remove underneath here, because this little gusset here is pop rivet underneath. And I don't believe we need to keep that on for the aftermarket bumper. The factory tow hooks, they have to come off the truck, or I guess factory tow hook. The factory tow hook has to come off the truck. There's only one here, so we're gonna take it off next. With that removed, you can see what we got here. Not a whole lot left of the front of the truck. The next thing we're going to do is get the bumper laid out to cut. Supposed to cut along this line right here, down along here. This whole section is going to come out to allow the new bumper to fit in there. As you can see, I marked with tape where it needs to be cut at. We're going to be cutting on this line here, all along here. Now, on their website, they had a kind of an addendum to their original instructions. I guess from someone who put it on found a little bit neater way to install it without having a gap. And this blue tape line is kind of the revised cut line. Basically, you take this 1-inch wide tape here and keep it on this leading edge all the way down, and use that as the gauge to cut. So they were basically just feathering this line down this way, and it'll give it a nicer fit. So picked up about a 1/4 inch more of material on the bumper. So we're going to cut it off here and see what happens. Okay, we have our plastic cut here. Got the bumper cut, come up pretty nice. And we're gonna install it here next. So we have the bumper back installed on the truck. All the old hardware was used. Put it back on. You can see the cut for the opening there. They give you this like a windlass type stuff to trim it out in, and finishes off pretty nice. Kind of a cool look without the bumper. So now we're going to start with the winch here and get the winch installed to the bumper and get it installed. Get the winch installed here on their bumper. You can see under here there's the 4 bolts that hold it under here to the bottom. The back two were a bit of a challenge to get in, but we got it done. So we did test fit the bumper on the truck here. There's a controller that goes on for the winch here, and they tell you, it will tell you to mount it right about here like this, or over here, but we don't really have the room under there to put it. Once the winch is in place, the winch is right in here, and it hits this, so it won't fit. Okay, so we have the bumper installed here. Wasn't too bad. The winch fit pretty good up inside. Got to finish tightening down the bolts. This bolt here, got to finish torquing it down. And there's these brackets here they give you. There's a bolt up inside there we got to get to tighten it down. And then this bracket goes over to here to help stiffen this up on both sides. But the fit's real nice. It's pretty cool here. Got to finish this side here also. So let's get them tightened down and get it torqued down, and we'll finish wiring up the winch and give it a shot, try it out. So here's the winch and the bumper all complete. We installed these clevises here and just tied the cable onto it. And if you look inside, you can see the winch is down in here. It's not exactly the most accessible to get to the where you plug it in, but you can do it. I didn't want to drill any more holes in the truck if I didn't have to, but you just reach down here and pull the cover open, put the plug in for the remote, and it's done. And then we just run the wiring down underneath the core support, come up through here, make sure it wasn't rubbing anywhere, tied it back with some zip ties, and ran it to the battery. So all in all, it was a fairly easy installation. Come out pretty nice. I think the owner will be happy with it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, don't forget to leave them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, and we'll see you.